Hi everybody, welcome to day one of Health and Wealth Week. We are so happy to have you here on board this 7-day journey with us to help you not simply just survive, but really thrive. And maybe you never have thought of, fitness and finances really like having really anything to do with each other, but you're gonna find out in this week that 2020 or not, anytime, it's so important that we focus on our health and our wealth so that we can live a life of freedom, right? Live a life that, is full of abundance and makes us happy, and that's really what our goal is. So my name is Lunden. I'm a fitness and lifestyle transformation coach, and I help people all over the world get their mind right, their body tight, and love their life, and go from crazy busy to crazy happy. And I can speak from personal experience, and I know you guys are feeling it too, but this year has been a little bit crazy, right? And I know that even though a lot of us have suffered a lot, gone through a lot, there are so many opportunities as well. And so throughout this week, it's really our goal to help you build your own home gym on a budget, create that health and wellness space in your home, because a lot of us are at home, working from home, doing everything from home, right? Teaching the kids from home, all the things. And so we want to be able to help you really build that home gym on a budget, and then build a plan to get out of debt, face your finances, create a budget, right? And you'll be able to see when Jessica teaches on this, it's super fun. She makes it really easy, really uncomplicated, really straightforward, and just, it has really great strategies to help us there. So you are in the right spot if you're ready to take your health and your wealth to the next level. All right, and we're super excited to be here as your guides. And today, day one, we are going to talk about how you can quickly today gather workout equipment, right? So I don't know about you guys, but online and in a lot of the stores, everything's like empty, right? It just like everybody bought a bunch of stuff. It's like the toilet paper thing in the beginning. All the weights are gone. I saw on eBay that a lot of workout equipment and things like that has become really pricey. And what I have been doing, for the last 15 years that I've been in this space, and something I really feel like I've mastered in the fitness industry, is really being able to create a workout with anything, anywhere, anytime, right? So for the last 6 years, I spent, a lot of time traveling, both personally and professionally, living all over the world. And so whether I was outside, inside, at home, in a hotel room, basically anywhere, it was important for me to continue to work out and to continue to show up for my physical body and fitness. And so I want to show you guys some of the tools that I like to use. Some of them are like very typical fitness equipment, but I want to give you swaps for that as well. And then I want to show you guys how you can use different pieces of stuff you already have at home to work out. Okay, so that way, like starting today, you can already feel like, I had a home gym in my house and I didn't even realize it, okay? So we're gonna go through some of my favorite pieces of equipment. I have, kind of both sides of the table set up here so I can show you stuff that you're probably used to seeing, and maybe things you would have never thought before in a million years could be used as workout equipment, okay? So the first thing is what I'm sitting on, a chair, right? And in day one, you're gonna get a total body workout with a chair. Chair, couch, step, anything that's going to allow you to bring the ground higher up, in like an elevated position where your head is higher than your lower body, or in a declined position, right? Or being able to do various leg exercises and, different balance variations using a chair, right? So oftentimes when people are like sitting down, I don't know how to work out, I don't know what I should do, I'm like, get your butt out of the chair and let's do a workout with the chair. So that's the first piece of equipment that I know you already have. I know you already have a chair, a couch, something that you can use with the effect that you can sit down on it, you can put your hands on it, put your feet on it, all those things to really have a great workout. I can't tell you how many times I've worked out using a chair. In different hotel rooms, even the ones that have wheels, I would use them to do like ab slide exercises, all these different things. It's such a powerful piece of equipment, and everybody has it. Okay, so that's the first one. That's the chair here, and you get to check out an awesome workout you can do with me using a chair right in your own home. So that's the first thing. The second thing are weights, right? So we need added resistance. body weight exercises are great. You can get a lot of resistance. And then like if you're doing a push-up, for example, and you put your feet on something higher than your upper body, that's a big progression in a push-up, and you'll create a lot of added resistance and different resistance for your body, right? But adding weights and adding that resistance and load is very, very great as well, and very, very important for our muscles, okay? And for our bodies and for our bones, right? Having that lean muscle tone is just going to be really powerful for the longevity of our physical body, for sure. Weights, right? So I have some dumbbells here. So you probably like have seen these before, right? So typical dumbbells, maybe you have some at home, great. A lot of people, you know, maybe have one set at home. I would highly recommend getting, you know, a little bit of a variation of weights if you can, like 5, 8, and 10 pounds, or, you know, 3, 5, and 7 kilos, whatever, just to have variety so you can progress. But what I will say is never hesitate or understand that you can combine the weights, you know? So maybe I'm doing like shoulder press exercises, and I know that the frame here is not like ideal for that, but you could always take both weights and put them in one hand and, you know, have a little bit of extra load on one side, right? So being able to have weights and know how to use them effectively and progress with them is really awesome. These are small, right? I'm not asking, you know, for someone, you can have, you know, a squat rack in your home, in your garage. You can have a lot of stuff, but, you know, when we're at home and working from home and doing all the things, it's really better if we have like equipment we can just like slide under the bed, right? Just put it somewhere. It doesn't take up a lot of space. We can pull it out. If you have a designated area for that, cool, right? Even better. But that's weights here. So I'm going to put these down. If you don't have weights at home, you can use canned foods. I have some garbanzo beans and some artichokes here. You can use cans, especially when you're working in at high intensity or let's say high repetitions, low volume. You can really get in a great workout using these cans. And in fact, we have an upper body and abs workout later on this week where you can use weights or cans for that, and you'll still get a really effective workout. So these you can totally use. Water bottles filled up with water. Water bottles filled up with dirt and water, so creating like a mud consistency in there, and maybe even adding some rocks if you can. I grew up, in the Central Valley of California. There's a lot of places where we can find dirt and shovel it into a water bottle, fill it up with water, and just have more of like a dense consistency to add some weight there, right? So you can really make stuff. I've even seen people, a lot of people I follow who inspire me, who are using like their water jugs at home, you know, like the big water jugs, the gallons, or the big ones that, you know, some homes have that you use as like the water cooler and dispenser. I've seen some friends do things like that too, which is really cool to, you know, do some squats or have just like a heavier load there. With that being said, I like to use drawstring backpacks like this, and I'll put, you know, extra cans in here to create a heavier weight, because then you can, you know, do the drawstring, and you can use this to do like upright rows or other exercises, and using this as a weight here. Hello, slapping myself in the face. Use this as a weight here. So then, you know, maybe you're like, okay, Lunden, cans, you know, are not that heavy for me. And I get it, you know. I would hope that you're going to outgrow and out-strengthen your body to lift cans, right? So knowing that you can use, you know, like the reusable grocery bags if you have them, throwing all the cans, you know, water bottles, different things in there to create a heavier weight. You can even use a backpack. So sometimes I'll just put like a ton of books in my backpack and just like a bunch of heavy things in it, zip it, you know, make sure that it's not going to bust at the seams or not stuffing too much stuff in there. But then I use that, and I'll do like back squats, or I'll switch it around and put the backpack in front and do front squats. You can do a lot of variety there, and you'll be able to see with the workout videos that you have here in Health and Wealth Week that you can use very minimal equipment, stuff that you have at home, to get a really effective workout, All right, next up we have some bands. I love bands. I love bands and cables and different things like that because they put constant tension on the muscle, Whenever I'm using bands, especially when I used to train clients, I'd be like, no spaghetti noodles. So I always want there to be constant tension on the band when you're doing the exercises, right? We know the exercise where you put this around your ankles, we do the lateral side steps, and sometimes, you know, I always say, keep constant tension on the band. You know, I don't want that band to drop. I don't want there to ever be that like kind of flop, like that little meh, a little sad face kind of look in the band, if you will. So my favorite is this style and brand. It's really thick and they don't break. These ones are a bit more pricey, but they last forever. They last forever. These ones are great too, just the regular, you know, just stretchy bands. Totally here for these too. I've just snapped them a time or two. So I like these ones because they come a little bit more durable. They're also a little bit, I would say, tougher. So like their medium is, you know, a little bit stronger than this. And I also like it that it's thicker because it covers a bit more surface area on the leg there. And I like how that feels the best. So I'll put all the links and everything that you need for my favorite equipment that I like to use. But you know, at this point, just find bands that come in a variety pack. Usually it won't just come with one band. It'll come with like, you know, easy, medium, hard, extra heavy, whatever. And just that way you have room to progress. And that way you have, you know, harder bands as you get stronger so you can add added resistance. And with that being said too, nobody said you can't put two of these bands around. So sometimes I'll put, you know, one below the knees and one above. Or if I feel like, I only brought, you know, 2 bands and one of them's a little bit too easy and the other one is too easy too, let me combine both of them and add a bit more resistance there. So being smart and understanding when it's time to have that added resistance as well. And we'll talk about that too. Some other fun pieces of equipment is the jump rope. So, you know, if you can find one, grab one, great. I love jump ropes. It's a really great way to get in some awesome cardio, especially at home. Granted, when you are working your body, total body workouts, the workouts you'll find here in Health and Wealth Week, you're going to get your heart rate up. You're going to get cardio work in these workouts, right? And that's actually, I really love that. I love when you can do workouts that you can get your strength training and cardio in simultaneously. It's very smart, it's very effective, and it's very efficient. But you know, sometimes we're not leaving our houses, or like where I am in the Central Valley right now, we had a week where there were a lot of fires and the air outside and the air quality just was not good. So going for walks and going for runs and going for bike rides wasn't an option because the air quality wasn't great. And so having a jump rope and being able to do this in the living room, doing some intervals with the jump rope is really great. Of course, if you don't have a jump rope, you can always air jump rope. You can add in high knees and do all those types of things. Totally here for that too. But I love the jump rope because it's effective and because it's so compact. So I can just roll it up and put it under my bed with my weights, right? So having things that you can easily put away and easily bring out is great. I mean, when I was traveling a lot, I always had bands. I would always have a band like this and a jump rope with me. And I would bring this with me everywhere, in every single suitcase, in my backpack, all the time. And then I'd be at a hotel room or an Airbnb or wherever I might be. I'd always have access to a chair. I'd have my band and I'd have my jump rope. So it'd be perfect. So I want you guys to have stuff that is compact and easy and will be able to, you know, be able to do it anywhere, anytime, now from home. And you can also take this stuff with you because your journey of fitness and health and wealth is going to go beyond this week for sure. Of course, I know it. So having this stuff that you can easily take with you on the go is great too, is really great too. Towels. So this one is just like a simple dish towel. I love using this to do like shoulder mobility and twists and things like that. Really great for stretching, really great for if you are reaching for your toes, you can use the towel to wrap around and help give you a little bit more range of motion when you're reaching. If you're laying on your back, doing some single leg stretches here with the towel is awesome. And you know, being able to kind of come around and get some flexibility here in some of these stretches, a towel is great. A yoga strap is great too. I don't have a yoga strap. I'm always using like towels. That's pretty much what I use. I'll use a towel. Sometimes I'll use like a belt or like one of my dad's ties or one of my long socks. So anything that's just going to help you with stretching and mobility, towels are great. Another reason why I love towels for workouts and even washcloths with this little kind of rough edge here, is to use them as gliders and to use them to slide. So there are a lot of exercises that you can do that you'll find in the full exercise playlist that I'm including as well, where you can use these towels, put one on your foot and do sliding lunges. Put them on your feet while you're in a plank and do mountain climbers while you're sliding on a tile floor or a wood floor. You can even use paper plates when you're on a carpet floor. So there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of ways to use things like this to really get in a great workout, right? So you have all this stuff at home already. I know that you do. And being able just to have the possibility to progress is so cool. Is so cool. And I want you guys to save money. I want you guys to be able to start today and not feel like you have to invest a lot, right? Because right now, a lot of this stuff is really expensive. It's in high demand. It's really in high demand. I had a garage sale here at my family home and was selling a lot of clothes and just stuff that we didn't need, generating money and income to go towards something that I'm saving for. And a lot of people came by asking for workout equipment. A lot of people were writing me, hey, do you have workout equipment? Do you have home gym equipment? A lot of people are looking for it. And so a lot of this stuff can be expensive. Does that mean that if you see something that you want to invest in, you shouldn't get it? Of course not. Grab it, invest in your health, invest in your home gym equipment. But if you found yourself like a lot of people have, where you're like, oh my gosh, my life has been turned upside down and I'm not moving my body and I don't have a gym membership, everything's canceled or closed, or I just don't have the means for that now, being able to work out at home and have access and kind of open your eyes to the possibility of what you can use in your own home is magic. So magic, and you have to keep moving. We have to keep moving. There's the definition of momentum, that progression moving forward. You can't have momentum without movement. So we really have to continue to move our bodies, really have to continue to move our bodies. And if that means that today I teach you to look at your dish towel differently, I have done my job, and I'm very thankful for that. Lastly, I have some chalk. So we have sidewalk chalk because I have a young niece, and we do sidewalk chalk stuff all the time. But what I've been doing is, you can hold a plank and write, words like hope, faith, power, courage, love, peace, whatever you want to kind of cultivate in your life. You can also draw like squares in the concrete and create your own obstacle courses. You can create your own, kind of squares or lines in the ground and be able to do a variety of different exercises. You can even, make marks in the concrete, down your street if that's where you live and you have a space for that, and kind of mark down where you're going to run to and then where you're going to do walking lunges from. There's a lot of ways that you can use sidewalk chalk there. Sometimes I'll just make little circles on the sidewalk and I'll practice balance and stability by jumping and landing on one foot with on one of the sidewalk chalk circles, and then jumping to the next one and practicing balance and stability and kind of creating my own, let's say, makeshift twister, if you will, like the twister game, but on the ground. And I do it more for balance and stability. And I just kind of look down, I'm like, okay, I'm going to jump and land on my right foot on this yellow, chalk mark, and just jump side to side and really work on that balance and stability, right? Not just for our physical bodies, it is important. Working those stabilizer muscles, waking up our balance and stabilization is awesome for preventing injury and for making sure that our body is recruiting the right muscle groups to the table when it's time to do heavier and harder exercises. And then also, when you think about the times that we're in, having balance and stability and working on that in our physical body and allowing that to transcend into other areas of our lives is really cool. So I love to do workouts where I'm like, hey, today I want to work on balance and stability, my centering thought is really like finding that balance and stability and cultivating, coming back to center, being really present when it comes to a certain situation in my life. Or if I'm doing a back workout and I'm doing a lot of pulling exercises, I'll tell myself, yeah, I'm pulling myself up to that next level, to that next, space where I can progress, to that next uncomfortable zone where I know the magic happens. And so being able to think about that when it comes to your workouts is really powerful too. So if you have some sidewalk chalk, build yourself a little obstacle course, draw some circles and squares and jump in and out of them. You can do a lot of variety with sidewalk chalk. And if you have kids and you want them to get outside and be active and have fun with you, it's even better, even better. So lastly, what we're going to talk about is how to create a workout, right? So I want to share, let's say, a very effective format, but something that's a little bit general in terms of just overall health, well-being, functional fitness, and wellness for the body, okay? If your goal is like to really gain muscle and gain weight, which is a very valid goal, I want to hear all about it. You can let me know in the comments below, but I'm going to be very specific with just like overall functional total body wellness, building lean muscle, maintaining lean muscle, and burning fat and staying energized and having focus and clarity, kind of that total body overall, right? So the way that I like to work is in what's called peripheral heart action. And this is presuming that you're working out, let's say like 3 days a week, 3 to 4 days a week. Peripheral heart action is doing exercises for the upper extremities, followed by doing exercises for the lower extremities. So sending the blood above the heart and then sending the blood below the heart. And that's done by doing upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body, kind of in like a circuit style fashion, right? So our body's working harder, it's burning more calories, and we're doing total body movements, total body exercises. Hey, little plant, just touch it. We're doing total body workouts. So you're really hitting all of your muscle groups, right? Especially if you're like, okay, I have 30 minutes 3 times a week to do my workouts. That's an excellent style. So doing upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body, maybe creating a circuit, doing each exercise for 30 seconds to a minute perhaps. You'll get a lot of good examples in these workout videos of this style of training, right? So that's a great one. Peripheral heart action. I also do what's called the lower body or upper body, lower body core, ULC. Somebody in Health and Wealth Week one time said the ultimate Lunden creation, but it just stands for upper body, lower body core, upper body, lower body core. And that's how I like to set up circuits as well that are really effective. You can get them done quick, total body, burning calories, strengthening our lean muscle tissue. I really love that style as well. And then if you're someone, like a lot of people that come to me and you're like, oh, I've been working on the booty a little bit more, I want to tone up my shoulders or some of my arms, then doing workouts that are focused on those particular areas, like once or twice a week is totally cool, right? So if you were training like 4 days a week, I do like 3 total body workouts and then one that's really focused on just that muscle group that you want to, work on. We call it like a lagging muscle group. If you want your butt a little bit more toned, you're going to have to train it a little bit more, right? So knowing when to kind of plug that in there, okay? I'll touch a little bit on muscle growth. If you're looking to gain weight and really build that muscle, you have to increase that load. You have to be able to get to what's called hypertrophy. So really lifting heavy and getting to a point where that like 6 to 8, maybe 10 rep range is really challenging. Those last 8, 9, 10 reps, those last like 3 there, which should be really hard. And you should be increasing that load consistently so that way you can create, added resistance and get that progress over time. A lot of nutrition there too. So what I'm talking about in terms of working out is just very effective for most people that come to me with their goals of just feeling energized, feeling fit, feeling good in their body, eliminating pain, preventing injury, and just feeling freaking amazing, right? And so a lot of those strategies that I just talked about we'll have in the workouts as well. So that's everything for day 1 of Health and Wealth Week. I know that you learned a lot, we covered a lot, and there's a ton of value packed into the rest of this week. So don't forget to do your homework, if you will, and do the total body workout using a chair. And we'll see you tomorrow for day 2. Bye.